So, hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu Let's Play The Suicide of Rachel Foster, Tag 4. Wir sind gespannt, was heute passiert.
Reporting is ordered, sir.
You awake?
Sorta. You forget your coffee?
For once, I don't need it. I gotta talk to you about something.
Okay.
Okay. Das ist das Schlafzimmer vom Vater, oder? Ja. Hinweise.
Here I am.
You didn't tell me you knew Leonard.
I thought we'd been through that.
Let me finish. I spent the night going through his stuff, and I want to know what you think.
About what?
You obviously know more about this place than I do. About what went on here, since I left at least.
What do you mean, you went through his stuff? What are you looking for?
Someone calls me and says Rachel is alive. Then a lipstick appears out of nowhere. It feels like something weird's going on.
Rachel is dead.
That's what everyone says. But maybe the story deserves a second pass. There are too many gray areas.
Look, the storm is dying down. You'll be able to leave soon and go back to your life. And you can forget about the whole thing, like you did 10 years ago. What do you care about this old business? It's not worth losing sleep over just to play detective.
I'm not busy at the moment. I want to follow my instinct. Haven't done it in so long, and it feels like things don't add up here.
Okay, let me hear what you're thinking.
If there's one thing Leonard taught me, it's that you gotta listen to what's buzzing in your head. First, it might just be a confusing noise, but if you connect the dots, then it starts making sense. And right now, I've got a beehive in my head.
All right, let's go hunt some bees then.
Okay. Sehen wir uns jetzt mal an, was hier an der Wand hängt. Also sie scheint das ja wirklich alles rausgekramt zu haben. This is missing. Have you seen this person? Is she really dead? Ja. Rachel Foster. Okay, Größe ist das 5 feet 3 inches. Okay, das heißt, die ist noch eine Ecke kleiner als ich tatsächlich. Aber das ist gar nicht... Also ich sag mal, das ist... Ab und an kommt das vor. Also ich bin selbst halt 1,68 Meter, hatte ich ja schon mal erwähnt. Is she really dead? Green Shirt and Jeans, Brown Anorak. Ja gut, die Kleidung. Gehen wir einfach von links nach rechts durch, was da so steht. Rachel Foster's body found in Wishart Ridge. Looks like suicide. It shook the entire building's heart. The principal told us today it felt like a huge weight heavy on our souls. We're a tight-knit community, and after this tragedy hit, everyone was struck pretty hard. We just want everyone to know that you're not alone and you can always find a family in the Helena High School. Also man hat ihren Körper gefunden, damit ist ziemlich sicher, sie ist tot. Oh, 16 years old. Okay, die war ziemlich jung für die Affäre, aber gut. Da denke ich mir auch bei dem Vater, das ist ein bisschen... Oh. Die war schwanger. Das ist hart. Okay, was haben wir hier? Should Creek, an isolated place in winter. Investigators think Rachel managed to reach it by taking the bus from Helena to Pillsville, then eventually by hitchhiking. No one at the moment came up to witness the presence of the girl around the nearby town of Twin Creeks. Sheriff McDonald, it's suicide. We have her last words. The body of Rachel, daughter of the pastor Solomon Foster, was found yesterday late in the evening at Wishart Creek, near Sheep Mountains in Missoula County. The investigators confirmed she jumped from a 90-foot ridge over the mountain lake. Okay, also die ist da von ziemlich oben runtergesprungen. We have found a letter with a clear intent to put an end to her life, said Sheriff MacDonald. After the events at the Timberline Hotel and her vanishing, we were all worried about this tragic ending. About Rachel Foster. Rachel was a kind of truly good girl, said Matthew Lawrence, assistant to Pastor Foster. She wouldn't commit a sin like suicide by herself. She must have been overwhelmed by the sense of guilt. Ja, natürlich. Verdammte Pfaffen. Egal. A week ago, an affair between the teenager and Leonard McGrath, Timberline Hotel's owner, a former professor of astrophysics, was exposed with great scandal all over the county. The family is in mourning and asks for respect. Then, coroner confirms she was 9 weeks pregnant. Also, die Obduktion hat das ergeben. Rachel was 9 weeks pregnant. Doc Brown confirmed to the Daily. She wasn't engaged with anyone, and Pastor Foster affirmed that he did not notice any strange behaviors in Rachel. There's nothing more to say, the MD added. Rachel and Leonard McGrath. Rachel became close to Leonard McGrath during the last month, as she spent several hours at the Timberline Hotel in order to correct her dyslexia. Ja. Dyslexia ist eine Lese-Rechtschreibschwäche, wenn ich mich recht erinnere. The romantic liaison between the 49-year-old professor and the teenager has been a secret until McGrath's wife, Claire Wilson, exposed the scandal, eventually fleeing from the hotel with the couple's daughter Nicole a week ago. Ich frage mich, ob es wirklich genau so passiert ist, aber ja. Ansonsten haben wir hier noch das. Geschichte einer Freundin. The strangest gossip of the month. After 10 years, Glenda Ferguson, I saw Rachel in the Timberline Hotel. The 29-year-old girl from Great Falls claims she saw Rachel Foster, her schoolmate, suicidal in 1981 in a corridor at the first floor of the Timberline Hotel, but she ran away without saying nothing. Glenda revealed to the Daily Reporters and that she tried to approach her, but she went away. She also added, I don't know how it's possible, but it was definitely Rachel. This is just the last episode of the most famous love and death story in the county. Rachel committed suicide after her affair with Leonard McGrath, 30 years older than the teenager, was exposed to the public. We tried to speak with Rachel's father, Shepard Foster, but he refused. Someone says that the young girl is still alive. Creepy. Follow our monthly update to find out more about this story and more. Und jetzt Graphologist Foster doubts. I'm sorry for what I did. I didn't want it to come to this, but I have no idea how to face this situation, so I chose the easy way. My father have always tried... okay, die Schwäche. Have always tried to teach me what was right and what was not, but I've never listened him. Aha. I can't bear the idea of have ruined 2 families with my weakness. Probably it's true that my classmate says I'm stupid and retarded and I don't deserve to keep on living. Maybe it's the right atonement for being a bad daughter and an immoral person. God will be mad at me for that? Laut Kirche ja. Okay, und hier wird Sachen drüber gepackt. Jetzt sehen wir uns das einfach an. Was haben wir noch? 23. Dezember. Buffling call, Rachel is still here. Okay, wir können uns das so genauer ansehen. Da sehen wir uns immer nur das an, okay. Die andere Sache wird davon überlagert. Okay. Der Wand. Und wenn ich jetzt hier drauf gehe, sehen wir uns das auch nur wieder an. Okay. Artikel über den Abschiedsbrief. Ja, das hatten wir doch auch schon. Interessant. Erstmal Artikel über den Abschiedsbrief.
So, listen to this. Graphologists doubt the authenticity of the suicide note left by the girl.
Who said that?
An investigative journalist. The article came out a year after her death.
You think it's a setup?
Perhaps.
Okay, I'll hear you out.
Rachels Tod erstmal.
I found a copy of the local paper, dated December 29th, 1981, the day that the body was discovered. According to the forensics report, Rachel had been dead for days. She was 9 weeks pregnant.
Yeah, that was the official version.
Okay. Irgendwie erscheint mir der Typ am anderen Ende der Leitung doch irgendwie ein bisschen fishy inzwischen.
In this article from a couple years back, there's a statement by some girl who affirms she saw Rachel in a hallway at the Timberline.
Who's this girl?
A classmate, Glenda Ferguson. I tore out the page. I think the magazine was MT Woman.
Nicole. That's a gossip magazine. They would sell their mother, even their cousins and nephews, just for a bunch of new readers.
I know, it's not a very reliable source.
Rachel fell 90 feet into a void. She can't be alive.
I thought I was the skeptical one here.
Okay, haben wir irgendwas zu tun? Irgendwas an Rachels Geschichte stimmt nicht. Ich muss den Hinweisen in Leonards Zimmer nachgehen und es herausfinden. Ach, die Hinweise auf dem Schreibtisch. Genau, das gibt's auch noch. Reverend Foster. Ja gut, ist einfach nur ein alter Mann mit einem Buch. Der Lippenstift. Und hier das Buch. Das hatten wir auch schon. Okay. Interessant.
You know, I can't stop thinking about Rachel's father.
Reverend Foster. He was a very strict man. Harsh, even for pastor standards.
He and Leonard spent hours debating the nature of reality, the universe, and God.
Well, opposites often attract.
Do you ever see him?
Rarely. He gives a service once in a while.
Ich mag keine Pfarrer.
Priests always made me nervous. Them and their invisible boss.
His daughter's death destroyed his ego. His faith made him even more cynical and lonely than he already was.
I can remember him demanding total perfection from Rachel. That was insane.
You don't think he could have harmed his daughter?
Hey, no. But even Reverend Foster is a player we shouldn't underestimate in this story. Just saying.
Right.
Ja. Das ist so eine Sache. Ich halte auch nicht allzu viel von Priestern, insbesondere weil ich finde, dass Glaube und vor allem die Behauptung, dass der eigene Glaube der Wahrheit entspricht, so ziemlich die unehrlichste Position ist, die man einnehmen kann. Aber okay. Und gerade in den USA ist es so, dass da sehr viele Leute mit Geld verdienen.
Remember the lipstick I found downstairs?
Yep, you made a big deal about it.
It doesn't smell.
Should it?
After they've been open for a while, lipsticks smell really bad.
Maybe there's been other women. I mean...
Yeah, sure. Leonard ruined his life over a 16-year-old, became a recluse, lost everything, and in the meantime, he supposedly had another lover, maybe even two.
Could the cold have preserved it?
Possibly.
Anything else?
Hey, I found a book in Leonard's things. It's a collection of poetry, but it's got notes written in it.
Did your father write them? What do they say?
Dates, notes, thoughts. Listen to this. Today I saw Rachel. Or Rachel is sad. Or Rachel says she feels alone.
He kept a diary about her.
But the book was printed 8 years after Rachel's death.
Do you mean it's like he was talking with Rachel after she died?
As if he saw her.
Well, I mean, there must be an explanation.
Of course, there's an explanation for everything, and we've got to find it.
Okay, I'd say that's enough.
Yeah, that's enough for tonight. Today, or what the hell time is it?
You think there's a lot to dig up in this old story?
Maybe, maybe not. Until I know exactly what happened. Any objections?
You don't need my approval.
Good job. You're getting the hang of it.
But sometimes it's better to leave the skeletons in the closet. Once they come out, you never know what they'll have to say.
It's a risk I already considered. I can handle it.
Hard-headed like your father. Trust me, at least on this one thing. Go to bed. You need it.
Agent Crawford, this bit of advice. I'll follow it to the T.
Okay. Ach, direkt Tag 5. Der ist Errungenschaft freigeschaltet. Ach, ist sie wirklich tot? Okay. Da muss ich mich kurz zur Seite lehnen, um an etwas vorbeizuschauen, was hier im Weg steht. Ich muss mal verschieben. So. Deshalb nicht wundern, dass da dieses Knarzen mit drin war. Aber Tag 5. Jetzt bin ich mal gespannt, was wir heute zu tun haben. Oh. Was zum Henker?
Hey, cutie pie. How are you?
Daddy? Daddy, is that you? Where are you? I can't see you.
You came back in the end. It's like the inescapability of a celestial body's revolution. We can't help but follow certain stars' brightness, even if those stars have died millions of years ago.
Is it you? For real? Are you real?
Their light is alive, and it reaches us. And those stars are alive and dead at the same time.
What are you trying to say? I don't understand. I can't see you, Daddy.
Listen, sweet pea. My sweetheart. Listen to my voice. It's important.
I can't see you. Where are you? Where are you?
You know how much I love you.
I know, Daddy. I've always known it. I love you too. Say it again, please.
I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Rachel, 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 Rachel.
Was zum Geier? Das war unerwartet.
Morning.
Am I interrupting?
I was eating steak and potatoes, cheesecake, strawberry shake, and a frothy cappuccino, Italian style.
So the usual frozen beans.
Sharp as a tack, as always, Agent.
I did find something. Some tapes that were found in the main office. In truth, I shouldn't even have taken them.
Oh, so what'd you find, Billy the Kid?
Well, I don't think it's anything useful.
Wait, where did I put them?
What?
The pliers, so I can pry the words out of your mouth.
Oh, sure. Okay. It's VHS of the behind the scenes of a TV broadcast, but it's all bullshit just to attract an audience. Trust me that...
Jesus, you can be really long-winded.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry. They're tapes about haunted hotels, weird and mysterious stories, stuff kids like, with these guys who call themselves ghost hunters.
Ghost hunters? Did they hear about the old farting ghost?
I'm not sure, but they went on a tour of old buildings in the county, and they stopped by the timber line, too.
Whatever, let me hear it.
Okay, but I'm warning you, it's kinda... Well, listen for yourself.
Und ich würde sagen, das machen wir in der nächsten Folge. Ich hoffe, ihr habt Spaß. Lasst konstruktive Kritik, vielleicht ein Däumchen nach oben da. Wir sehen uns beim nächsten Mal. Ich habe irgendwie nach und nach das Gefühl, dass da nicht wirklich eine Affäre zwischen Nicoles Vater und Rachel war, sondern dass das was anderes gewesen sein könnte. Es ist eigenartig. Also ich glaube, da war was anderes, aber ich bin mir nicht sicher. Ich kann es auch nicht wissen. Das ist jetzt gerade mehr so ein Gefühl, dass ich kann mal sagen, was ich aktuell vermute. Ich vermute, dass die nicht von Nicoles Vater schwanger war. Sondern ich kann mir vorstellen, dass er etwas war, das entweder komplett außerhalb war oder im schlimmsten Fall sogar ihr eigener Vater. Und die wahrscheinlich in Nicoles Vater so eine Art Vaterersatz gesucht hat. So wirkte es bisher auf mich mit diesem Traum, den wir da gesehen haben. Also, es ist schwierig, aber es kann auch sein, dass ich mich da komplett mit irre. Wenn jemand das schon gesehen hat, bitte nicht spoilern, aber ihr könnt ja eure Ideen mal in die Kommentare packen, falls ihr es bisher noch nicht gespielt oder gesehen habt. Gut, jetzt aber endgültig. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Cheerio!